Hello, everyone. I'm the chemical burn from the spiral perm, Stephen Pope. How are you today? Welcome to New Pantheon, a Demigod's actual play here on Saving Throw Show. Let's meet our beautiful table, starting with the new blue-haired Flynn.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eric, and I'm playing Flynn Fairbanks, who is the scion of and son of Robin Hood and the trickster of the group.
Yes. We are also joined by Abria Iyengar.
Hi, I'm Abria Iyengar, and I'm just gonna really quickly just wipe my captions for no specific reason. I'm playing Megan Moore, the group's warrior, daughter of Ares. That's
Nice.
all.
That's all. That's all. They just shaved their head and they look stunning. Aki.
Let me also catch my captions real fast. Hi, everybody. I'm Aki, and I play Willa Ajayi, your verdant and scion of Aja from the Orisha Pantheon.
And last but not least, they're wearing an infinity scarf, and we love them to infinity and back. Sam Delev.
Oh, you shouldn't. Do go on. I'm playing Bells de Moy, scion of Aphrodite and the muse of our group, and I don't have to wipe any captions because I'm innocent of all crimes.
All crimes. Also, are we going to talk about that, come on, see me sometime voice just did? Like, what was that? I loved it.
I needed the fan for it because
Give me a good
makes
four.
Me feel.
Give me a good
loud?
four.
It's really loud.
Yes!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Thwart me, Daddy.
Oh, thwart me, Daddy, yes.
Can someone clip that and send it just to me, please? Thank you.
That's gonna be a gif. I know what this. I know how the internet
Where's my T-shirt of that? I want a T-shirt. Okay, New Pantheon merch. Thwart me, Daddy.
Yeah, get on it, Dom.
Dom. Speaking of Dom is currently babysitting our kobolds because we are an independent entity and we need stuff to keep the lights on and keep our kobolds fed. And that's where you come in, beautiful viewer. Yes, you. I'm talking directly to you. Don't pay attention to anyone else in the room, because even if there are 99 people in the room who don't believe in you, there's me talking to you, and that's more important. I had a lot of Diet Coke this morning. I apologize. Anyway, your tips help keep our stream alive and keep our kobolds fed. And you can help unlock some cool tiers. Check them out if you want by hitting !tiers, T-I-E-R-S. And you can also get a free toast from us, give a reroll to the table, or draw from Pandora's box, where, I don't know, things happen. Sometimes they're good. Usually they're not. But I always have fun. I love pretending to be evil because I'm obviously not. Like, look at me. I am a fucking hobbit, and I'm comfortable with that lifestyle for me.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Not with me, though. I'm exactly what you get.
Sounds like something someone deceptive would say.
So, with that out of the way, let's do our start of game moves. So, whoever you have the most tangle with, you determine what move you'd like to see them attempt and ultimately fail at. Let's start with Sam.
Yes, so I think at this moment I have the most tangles with Will. Who'd have thought? What an unexpected outcome that no one could have possibly foreseen.
Have you hit 4 yet on that?
Oh no, we were downtangled for a moment.
Okay, cool. Then I would like to see you fail to bend fate.
Oh. All right. All right, Aki, who does Will have the most tangle with?
Well, because I completed the tangle with bells and had to go back to just a 1, my tangle, the highest tangle I have now is with Flynn.
All right.
Alrighty then. I want to see what happens when Will fails to sway someone.
Okay. Eric, who does Flynn have the most tangle with?
It is currently Bells.
Oh, love it. So I think last time I asked you to fail at swaying because I wanted to see you suck at lying. But I would love to see you fail to perform under pressure.
Okay.
Because that's a thing we should all aspire to fail at just for sheer story.
Oh, yeah.
I do love failure.
Delicious.
Which my dad did. They knew what they were signing up for when they hired me. And finally, Abria, who does Megan have the most tangle with?
Ah, my dear sweet Flynn.
Ah, yes. Your
right.
boy toy. Your bottom.
Who I went back and checked, and he did not say it back.
He said me too, which is not the same thing.
Nope.
It was same, which is even worse because it's a single syllable.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad.
I love you. Yeah, I love me too. That's essentially what
I'm
he
great.
said.
Could be worse. He could have said I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
My actual husband said that to me so you know what? I think this
And then
is
you
so
shoved him in a
wild.
locker for being a wannabe Han Solo, right?
No, I'm a Han Solo girl. I can't help it.
I want to see what happens when Megan fails to perform under pressure.
Ooh.
Okay,
Every time
really
I
hard at
hear it.
karaoke.
Huh?
No, I was doing Ice Ice Baby, which is slightly different.
There has certainly been a legal argument made to that effect, yes.
They're
He lost
definitely
that
not the
lawsuit.
same thing. There's one extra beat, so it's obviously not the same thing.
Okay, this is giving me diarrhea. I hate all of that. I hate all of that. Ugh.
Then we'll stop talking shit.
Oof. Don't be
You're
proud of
gonna have
yourself for
to
that
give them a thread for being epic on one of these.
I do not. Okay, I'm the herald. I'm the man in the hat. That's a thing. Sure, whatever. Moving right along. We have some tier unlocks and subscriber unlocks to address before we get into the game. Now, Adventures of Tony. Tony has decided to have an adventure where he makes bad life choices. Well, it's Tony with an I, so they make bad life choices. And they give a reroll to the table, like a chump. And Philly cheesesteak. You know what's better than Philly cheesesteak? Literally any other type of sandwich. Boom, went there. They give a reroll to the table.
Wrong, Steven. Wrong.
No.
That's
The Yidden are allowed to oppose cheesesteak. We have arrogated that unto ourselves.
All right, on that basis, fair enough.
And more importantly, if you give a reroll to the table, you get a little roast. It's my thing now. I am a heel, or at least I really want to pretend I'm a heel. We also have unlocked rerolls for the table. Thank you all so much for that.
Yeah.
So you guys are currently sitting at 7 rerolls.
We promise to use them primarily for mischief and pointless things.
Obviously, duh.
Is there other stuff you can do?
People have strangely thought it, and I felt it important to dispel that notion from the outset.
I somehow completely forgot that dice was a thing I was going to even need for this game, so let me go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
role-playing
I
game.
also do not have dice.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, wah.
I don't
Here,
use dice,
Megan,
and I have
I'll
mine.
spare it for you. I roll prowess. It's a 15, so I get godlike. I do everything on the list. Add
That's the
infinitum.
one that doesn't have to roll, and it's just like, I tell the god to sit. They do.
Okay.
I that even though I don't need to.
You know you
Oh,
don't have
goodness.
to, and I think that's the actual power play. Is like, I'll roll it if you need me to. Sure.
I don't have
I mean,
to.
if this is the thing, Sam also just has like the roughest deal as far as like this playbook goes because they never have to roll,
Roughest
it's so difficult for them to generate doubles and threads from that. So
I mean, it's not that I'm getting fewer threads than average. It's that I'm giving threads through the best move on any playbook. Provide 8 out of 10 plus gives you a thread, and I get to roll it with awe.
Yeah, no. None of you get my pity because all of you are like, okay, I'm gonna do my thing now. Oh, whoopsie poopsie, I did my thing and about 16 other things. Start thinking harder, Steven. Oh dear, more work for you.
Not necessarily true for Will. They don't always succeed at whatever they do.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Will. You're my favorite. Take a cookie. All right, so last episode, we left off finding out the God Killer in the Hotel California. The Bright Woman, aka the White. This God Killer took responsibility for murdering the Plague of the Valley, whose real name was Lily of the Valley. Why the name change and why everyone lived in fear of this person, we still don't know. We do know, however, that in a moment of desperation and the fact that, oh, I can, the Shining Woman made Kronos's hotel room vanish, plunging him into the depths of the second floor, also known as the Nothing Floor. From that, we find ourselves in a doily-laden, floral-smelling hotel room of an elderly woman whose face is currently peeling off, revealing a disturbing, smooth, white structure that's only identifying marker is a smile that is both malevolent and far too large. As it sheds the flesh of this woman and dives at Will. Bells, you were diving in front of it when we last left off.
Yes, I was. I make such good life choices.
As you should. What are you going to do?
I was interposing my body directly, and I certainly had not thought farther than that. I could pretend like I did this with a plan, but instead, I will not. And I think I don't think Bells has the initiative in this.
I want you to perform under pressure. Give me a metal roll.
Just want 2 little Kronk-like Megans to appear on your shoulders. You're like, do a hit. Yeah, do a hit.
It doesn't count if they're both saying the same thing.
I'm internally consistent.
They're fighting over which place to hit. Hit him on the left. No, hit him on the right.
So instead of an angel and devil, it's like this one has a boxing glove on the right hand, this one has a boxing glove on the left hand.
Yeah.
The true conflict within Megan. I rolled a 7, and I'm going to say that's good enough for whatever this is. It was a 6 and a 1, so I could roll for more, but it's fine.
Okay. You can choose one from the list or ask me for a problem.
Give me a problem.
Okay. As her flesh is rending off, peeling like a disturbing banana, you are blinded by the inside of her body, which is just a blinding white light. So for the rest of the scene, you are going to be blinded by the light.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down verbatim.
As you should. So, Will, as this thing dives at you, Bells manages to hold it off. And you could tell by the fact that it looks like someone just took a lot of very bright pictures in their face. They can't see really well right now. What do you do?
I actually can't remember. Is Ahura with me? Or are they down in the void with
I'm going to say, since Ahuro and Ajapa are your guardians, they are where you want them to be.
Cool. as this is happening, Will digs in the little pouch and pulls out the Pokeballs that Ehoro and Ijapa live in and toss them out and kind of point at the bright light and go, "We have a problem," and immediately kind of like pull Bells like to me, and I try to find like something around the room that, oh, this is an old lady grandmother place. There's definitely like awful potpourri or like those little brushes, like those little branches that they put into wreaths or whatever. And I grab whatever is closest by, toss it on the ground, and cast Secret Garden.
Okay. I want you to bend fate because you are doing many moves at once.
Yep. I am indeed being a little bit greedy about my action economy here. I apologize.
No, don't be. It's interesting. Never apologize if you're not boring.
Appreciate it. I forgot what bend fate is. Is it weird?
Bend fate is usually your weird stat, unless you have a move that changes that.
No. Can I get a reroll, please? I rolled doubles, but I don't like it. I don't like these doubles.
I'm in this roll and I don't like it.
Slightly better. It's just an 8.
Okay.
Let me check to see what I roll Secret Garden with really fast, though, to make sure that I have that right. If I even need to roll Secret Garden, I don't think I do. I think Secret Garden is just a ritual that I do. Yeah, I don't have to roll anything. So.
All right. So with an 8, I'm not going to have you choose a boon and a bane. I'm going to have you select a bane because the boon is you managed to get this stuff all going at once.
Sure.
Without interruption.
I think Fate's Disfavor is probably good. I'll take Fate's Disfavor.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. You did push reality like a little bit for all that. As Ahoro and Ajapa come out, Ajapa is not in their tortoise form. They have turned into their humanoid trickster form. Danny Glover, without a shirt.
He's about to get, this is America up in this bitch.
You mean Donald Glover? Danny Glover is a very different man.
Did I say Danny?
Did I
say Danny? Really?
Yeah, Danny Glover
Donald.
shows up without a shirt. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah,
basically. I apologize for that. I really said Danny?
But he's doing the
I
white.
don't even look alike.
He's doing his white guy voice from Sorry to Bother You, and I'm actually very here for this.
It's great.
That's a trickster. I think you nailed it.
I'm not. No. Ajapa in their humanoid form, carrying a large hammer that the head looks like a tortoise shell. He is joined by Ahoro, who is in Kung Fu Bunny mode, per usual, because he likes violence. Don't really know what else to say.
They like violence. Ijapa is he.
Right.
Yeah. Ahoro is they.
Ahoro is they. You are correct, and I apologize.
No, it's okay.
They both attack the white as the flesh of this old woman just crumples to the ground like discarded clothes. Ahoro hits the white in the chin with its hammer, and Ajapa hits it with the hammer in the chin, and Ahoro just kicks it right in the chest, and they begin to fight as you open up your doorway to your garden.
Okay. And I basically just like wrap my arms around Bells and like fall off the couch into the into the ring, basically.
All right.
I follow as gravity dictates, surely landing per anime narrative guidelines.
Absolutely.
Very, very soft landing in a very cushy bed of thick grass and flowers. It's very pretty in the Secret Garden.
And as you land, we are going to go down to the second floor of the Hotel California, where Flynn and Megan, you two found Kronos. This large titan that seems to have very little control over their incredibly strong powers. And Flynn, you just told him he was your dad for some reason. I don't know why. You have a problem. But what are you two doing?
I lost the thread of why we were here. He's here. Do we just put him back in his room?
Yeah.
Do we offer him just like a large amount of applesauce? I don't really.
I think we just get him back in the room, and I don't know. I could get a bigger TV.
Yeah, we could work on that. Hey, Peepums, can you just scootle on back to your room now?
The towering figure looks down at you. There is no room. It's gone now.
Okay, we can get you another room. It's like a whole hotel.
I do not want to go back to living alone in a room.
Okay, now I get that.
We can get you a dog.
Oh yeah, you want a dog?
Roll to sway.
Okay.
Dog rolls, the only ones that matter.
I don't think you'll need it, but I would like to provide aid.
Okay. Sway somebody. I'll take your aid.
Sweet. All right, let me roll really quick. That's an 8 plus 2 tangles with you is a 10.
10. Great. So that gives me a +1.
And a thread.
Ooh, nice. That's enough to get a new thingamabobber. Which makes my 9 into a 10.
Oh, teamwork worked.
Okay. On a 10 plus, to sway someone, they accept your reasonable argument at no cost.
What are you like? You don't strike me as like the kind of small dog guy, but you like want a low maintenance dog. Yeah, I like maybe like a retired greyhound. You know, those are they're like really nice.
Bring me Carabos.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think you can have him.
If you wish to give me a dog for company, that is the only appropriate dog.
Okay, appropriate is like a whole weird thing, and you don't just get to take your kids like pets because you're cranky. That's nothing, she says while still being in possession of Hades' bident.
Yeah, I don't abide stealing.
Right, but that's down the generation, so it doesn't like it's
So that's
different. It's different from your pet from
We're
kids.
punching up.
Exactly.
Are you? I mean, I did a lot of uppercuts that one time we fought,
true.
so yeah.
That is true. You uppercutted the shit out of him.
So what if we get you like a different, very cool animal that isn't?
Listen,
service?
I'm not trying to be this guy, but there are a lot of dogs in this world that need good homes.
Yeah.
Like there's so many wonderful dogs that will never get to experience a loving owner.
Care. I am Kronos. I am time itself, and I have allowed myself to be held prisoner in a hotel for eons.
If you ever watched, there's one particular Futurama episode I want you to see. Maybe that'll change your mind.
Okay, we can work on getting you a 3-headed dog, but I'm super gonna need you to like once again scootle on back into your room because you're making the world weird, and your time's kind of past, old man. So I just need you to.
Never passes. I am time.
Doesn't it though?
Hey Flynn, I'm getting annoyed, and I'm just letting you know.
I know. Okay. Listen, I get it. I get it. I'm annoyed for you. I'm trying to I'm I don't normally talk this much to it, but I don't normally have to convince it. I'm trying to be on my best behavior. We're both trying to be on our best behaviors right now. And you're doing so good. You're doing
As
so
you
good.
great.
two argue, even though you are in a black void of nothingness, you realize you're under something. Above you is a giant hand.
I was going to say hand or foot.
Hand.
Okay. Is it coming down?
No.
Well, regardless, I would like to roll my practical tactical brilliance as a reaction to that.
Okay, go for it.
Sweet. Prowess. I'm going to use a reroll because that was not high enough. It was only a 9 and I want all 3 holds. There we
Of
go.
course.
10 on the dice plus 4.
All
So I'm going to
right.
hold 3. And I think the external version of that, as she like tries to like really focus through the dark and get a lay of the land, so to speak, and sort of is consecrating this void as a potential fight zone, is she just very like slightly does the mom arm across Flynn, just like, huh? Oh, okay.
You
Got it.
see a spiral forming in the palm of his hand. Through the spiral, in the center of it, you can see El Dorado. Not the city of gold, but the city that you two helped bring back from the void that you saved a year ago.
Okay. What you doing there, peepums? Could you not?
He doesn't say anything.
Flynn, can you do something? Because I'm all out of talks.
Okay. Listen, old man. Okay? I'm gonna break it down for you. Like, you have time powers. Okay, we get it. You're a god of
And
time.
with that, he shoots. The spiral leaves his hand and falls on the two of you, and you feel yourselves being pulled back in time to the moment Megan fought her father.
Which time?
The last time.
Okay. Oh. Am I like watching it, or are we in it like I'm re-experiencing?
Well, currently you two are falling as you are sucked through this portal and find yourself plummeting towards the beaches of El Dorado, California.
Well, I'm gonna grab Flynn by the back of his shirt and use the wings I have and just go whoop whoop. Here we go.
Go ahead and perform under pressure to see if you grab him.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
I don't like doing that. Thank you. A 7.
Okay. What bad thing happens?
Let me see. Because I never do this thing. Your next for roll. No, I want something to break. What breaks?
So, you grab a hold of Flynn with both hands. You got him. This is great. This is awesome. Where's your bident?
Oh, I didn't bring it with me. Or maybe I did. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you always had that thing on you.
You know what? Sure. Maybe she forgot she had it with her. So it was in a weird pocket, an interdimensional pocket.
Well, either way, the bident falls out and proceeds to plummet down onto the ships of the damned that are currently about to ravage the city of El Dorado.
Oh, God damn it. No.
You see as it lands kind of diagonally through a skeleton, and he just kind of looks down and looks up and goes, well, he doesn't really go, the fuck, he doesn't have lips. It's more like,
Sorry!
Oh, okay. So you can see us. Can you hold that for me? Just stand at the corner of the fight, and I will not kill you. Just hang on to that.
He literally cannot move because he is pinned in place by a bident.
I said what I said.
Yes. You see yourself, Megan. You had just grown your wings.
Mm-hmm.
and you are currently in a very, very epic fight with your father.
You know what? I thought I would be more excited to watch this.
It's mostly just kind of depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of the whole battle rage thing. Ugh. Anyway, are you okay?
Think so. I tried negging. That didn't work. That wasn't how to, you know.
You'll learn.
People don't like to be insulted.
That's fine.
I should have. I always just assume powerful people can take it, but I've learned that the more powerful you are, the less you can take it.
Right? That dish but not take is a strong thing. By the way, as this goes on, I'm flying over towards Ares, who's in battle with other Megan. I'm just gonna land kind of off to the side. Just like, we should ask him for some advice on how to deal with this.
Oh yeah, smart.
You watch as you continue to stab at your father, and he stabs at you, and you get a really gnarly cut on your face. It's kind of sexy, and you know it's brutal. It is a brutal fucking fight.
I wonder. Time, like we know that time is weird and doesn't make sense, and it's magic. Because we all remember two distinctly different timelines that can't coexist but somehow do for us. So this didn't happen when we were going through it. I think we would have remembered. So, I mean, hear me out. We steal the dog in this timeline because it's not ours timeline, so it won't affect the future, at least our future. It'll affect their future, but not our future, so why do we care?
But what if we remember this part when we go back? Like, you remember both things, so it's kind of you. Here, hold that thought really quickly. I'm sorry, I just can't leave this loose end, and I'm gonna fly over and grab the Biden.
As you do, the skeleton kind of brushes themselves off. You're not sure because bones don't have genders usually, and gives a little like thank you.
Yeah. You're totally welcome. I'm gonna go. Just once again, stay off to the side, and I won't.
Do you work the coat check? Except I don't remember that party, so.
No.
That makes it better.
The coat. I mean, I sometimes work the coat check. You know. Right now, I'm currently in the middle of being part of the army of the undead ravaging this town, which is the epicenter of possibly all magic.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm dead.
Yeah. Stay here. Thank you for that. Hey, Flynn, you talk to Ares. I'm not very good at talking to family members, and I'm gonna go fight Megan.
Oh, you want me to talk to your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, meet my dad. This is great.
Okay.
Excuse me. And I'm just gonna like bum rush Megan from the other timeline. And the only reason you can tell the difference between us is I'm holding the Biden and old Megan's holding my javelin.
Yes. She is in the middle of giving that speech about how I don't need you. I never needed you. And then
Yep. Oh, it's a good speech though. Hold still. Hi, I'm sorry. You look great.
No, I love the makeup.
Oh my God, thank you. It's not makeup. It's approaching godhood. You know.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, right?
I love that for us.
It's a good
For
look.
me. Yeah, no. Quick question. What the fuck?
Time.
Yeah, Flynn, you understand. We're going to let him do his thing.
Hey, this one wasn't this one's only like half on me.
It's pretty much entirely his fault, and we're just gonna Do you want to keep fighting? Like, I can help you fight the other armies, or we can fight. Like,
I like the armies. I was gonna take care of. I was just gonna,
Yeah.
I was kind of in the middle of dealing with my dad.
No, I know it's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah.
I do truly hate cutting you off on this. It's pretty great.
I was going to know for a really cool speech.
No, it's you're going to have so many of these moments, sweetie. Like godhood, time. Oh God, time. Whew, super wild. But suffice to say, I outrank you because I'm from the future. So we're going to take care of this really quick. And
I mean, I do like you have seniority.
Thank you.
You're in charge. I'll let
Also,
you have
this timeline doesn't exist, I think. It's weird.
Excuse me, stop invalidating my experiences.
Honestly.
He's cute, but he's really mouthy, and it's kind of a lot, you know?
He has a cute butt, but the minute he opens his mouth, you just kind of want to. Right.
Oh, this is so nice to have someone to talk to.
I know. Fuck.
I think we just kind of like pause, and we're gonna turn and watch Flynn and Aries.
Oh, absolutely. So Flynn, here's a brief description of Ares. Andre the Giant, crossed with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, on fire, and made of anger. Flynn, here's a description of you that we dug out of your high school yearbook. A wet noodle in a dirty band shirt.
Sup?
Bleeding and towering over you, he looks down with his sword in hand. Why do you interrupt my fight?
So, you know your dad, right? Or one of your dads? I don't know. It's weird. I don't fully understand the... Anyways, you got a dad. Grandfather. That's the one. Sorry, British. I don't understand how all this stuff works. Yeah. You know your grandpa...
You are not British.
My dad's British. That makes me half... My dad is also an anthropomorphic fox. So does that make me a cartoon? Am I Disney? Am I a Disney?
No, that makes you a furry.
Wait, are we...
Oh, no,
furries?
that makes... No, I'm not a furry because I don't look... But am I... what do you call those cat... The cat ladies with the ears? Neko. Yeah, am I a Nico or Neko?
I do not know if you are this Neko.
Okay. Well, if you find out, let me know. Anyways, you know your grandpa?
I'm aware of Kronos.
Yeah, what if, like, say hypothetically, in about a year from now, he broke out of his retirement home / prison, and then doesn't want to go back? What would you do?
I would kill him and bathe in his blood.
Well, let's say that wasn't the option. Let's say that's not in the cards. Let's just say, just for the sake of this argument, that's not... You can't do that.
You definitely stumped him by saying he can't do that. Greek gods are known for a very particular flavor of id, in that id comes in the flavor of, fuck you, I won't do it, you tell me.
Yeah.
Generally more like a spoiled
we rage against
child.
The God in the machine, and that's a Deus Ex Machina joke, and I know Sam got it, and I'm just like...
It made me happy too.
Thank you, Steven.
I will, however, say there's a certain level of brattiness that comes from the Greco-Roman gods.
Also, he wants a dog.
Are you implying I couldn't defeat him?
No, I'm saying in this hypothetical situation where he's out there and you gotta get him back in, but you can't kill him, and also he wants a dog, but a specific dog.
I'd get him the dog.
Well, what if the dog doesn't belong to him?
I make the dog belong to me, and then I give it to him.
Okay. Like, I feel like if we have him steal the dog, then that's like then we're clean, right?
Yeah.
As you turn your back on him, Ares raises his sword.
I dare him to try. I fucking dare him to try.
All right, Megan, I want you to roll to attack him twice.
Okay.
because both the Megans are going to defend Flynn.
Yay! Megan number 1 rolled an 8 plus 4 is a 12. Megan number 2 rolled a 7 plus 4 is an 11.
Nice. Before he can drive his sword into Flynn, both the Megans come through with a javelin and a bident and just...
Hold on. I want to use my practical tactical brilliance.
Oh, you still have that. Yes.
I
true.
do. I'm going to spend 1 to add to a weave member because I am a member of my own weave to
Yes,
add
you are.
to the younger Megan's smite roll so she gets godlike. So I'm going to go low and like plant him in the sand. This is a football move. And then I'm going to have Megan go high and just wreck his shit one time real good.
There's sand in football?
Depends on how willing the referee is to allow pocket sand.
That's true.
What I really love is you don't know if I'm lying or not.
No, I don't know anything about this bipedal nonsense. Please continue.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
So Flynn, your girlfriend and your year ago girlfriend come flying by, and as Megan pins him to the sand, younger Megan jabs the javelin through his eye, pinning him to the deck of the boat. And he laughs because this is a very good fight.
So do we get him to steal the dog? Because I feel like that doesn't solve your moral problems with what's happening.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of over it. I tried. I was hoping that a different answer would present itself, but I am very Greek. So having tried literally nothing else, we are left with no other recourse than to steal Cerberus.
You're gonna steal Aunt Persephone's dog? Like, I'm not mad about it. I'm totally on board with it. I don't know why we're stealing it, but
fuck,
I'm a
that
ride or
is-
die. I'm a ride or die like that, but especially with myself. I definitely ride or die with myself. But like,
That's true. That feels really bad. What if I love Palm so much?
What if, hear me out, we're all magic and magic is inherently stupid and makes no sense. Is there a way we can have another one? Why can't we just make another dog? Somebody
Can you
made
do
this
that much
dog.
Magic?
I don't know, but there's a lot. Somebody made that dog. That's not just a breed of dog, right?
is it?
Oh. You can't ask, like, we're a peanut gallery. Don't ask us for
Yeah,
opinions.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Oh, other Megan, do the
Yeah?
speech now. He's a captive audience.
Oh, yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Cool.
He's gonna lose consciousness in like,
Yeah, no, there's
Like 2 minutes.
Bloodlust. Oof.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, good game, and I'm just gonna slap her on the ass and send her on her way and start walking away with Flynn.
It's not game to yourself.
Or
Yeah.
if that doesn't work, like Megan's in the background doing the speech. If that
She's given
doesn't
a
work,
very epic speech.
we're just walking away. If that doesn't work, maybe get a dog or like a rescue dog and make it look like Cerberus.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, like
I like.
That's
Is he gonna
probably
eat
easier.
The rescue dog though.
no, because he wants the dog. I hope not. I mean, if he does, if he says that that's what he wants, then we'll just kill him. But
Okay.
because I won't abide that. But yeah, we can
You
just
draw the line of dog eating.
Yeah. You can eat like your kids, but not a dog. A dog
No.
does not deserve that.
Dogs are better than people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just find like a dog that needs a good home. Like he's a million feet tall. What's he know the difference between a Siberian husky and a dog of the underworld?
Yeah, that's true. They're like basically the same. Okay. Do you know how to get us back, by the way? This is weird.
You
Probably.
do see the spinning time portal in the sky.
Probably that way.
Yeah, okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Sweet. Well, and then I'm gonna like go and grab him, and as we fly up, I'm like, that was your opportunity for a three-way, and it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Choo!
Yep.
I wouldn't want to I feel like I would be getting in your way in that situation.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
And so true.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Misconnections.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the third time we've seen a different version of ourselves today. So it's not like this isn't an opportunity that'll come up again if we change our minds.
That's very true. Huh. I respect your flexibility.
You could have seen more of it, but you decided not to have the three-way. Oh!
Ah.
Tip your waiters. Try the veal. So, as you two fly through the portal, we are going to cut into Will's garden.
I don't know if I've actually ever, out of character, sorry. I don't know if Will has ever brought bells here. Have they?
Nope.
You haven't.
Not per
Okay.
canon last season when we checked in on that.
All right. So then this be the very first time.
Well, I assure you, I cannot see anything about it.
No, that's fine. I mean, I've been doing a little bit of work here and there trying to expand it, but it's not finished. There's not quite a lot to see, but maybe I can help with the not being able to see thing.
I mean, this is your like secret garden, and I don't know about your Pantheon, but we have a whole thing where you lose sight if you see something or someone you're not supposed to see. So maybe it's for the best.
I don't think that applies to my Pantheon. I mean, Flynn saw it and nothing happened to him.
If something happened to Flynn, could you tell?
He's my best friend. I would hope so. I mean, I could tell when he fell in love. That was something that happened to him.
Well, I suppose that's a point. I mean, I could tell, but then it's kind of the thing. So.
Right. Do you want me to help you with the eye thing?
Sure. Whatever pleases you, Will.
Will kind of makes face at that. Nod.
Mm.
Mm.
Bells can't see it.
And yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't know that you actually took any physical damage, but
I have a harm already marked.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a regrowth for you.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, go ahead and clear that track. You're good.
All right. Aki, as Belle's sight comes back to them.
I'm not Aki, I'm Will.
No, I'm asking Aki because this is your
Oh.
creation. What do they see?
Oh, okay.
I know what I'm doing. God.
So that makes one of us.
So Will's garden is very much like African jungle, very much kind of like what you see in my background, with like a lot more color and a lot more flowers, like just tons and tons of flowers, and wild grass, and like red packed clay, and not instead of dirt, like very much like Saharan kind of jungle feel, very, very lush, very cool, and a little bit dim. There's sun peeking through the branches of the trees. And like, you know how you can see the little dust motes floating around in them and stuff like that. It's very much like that, very serene and very beautiful.
God rays turned all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is very like, look what we could do with the PlayStation 5. This is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Bold to assume such a graphics card could handle this.
Oof.
We're going to need that next generation 3080 from NVIDIA that hasn't come out yet.
Ooh. And they're not going to be able to get a hold of one because they're going to be bought in bulk to make Bitcoin. What am I talking about? Never mind. Ignore me.
It used to be smaller than this, but
it's so colorful. It looks like a saturation slider turned all the way up.
I guess that's the kind of cool thing about magic, is it can make everything feel a little bit brighter.
Maybe it's magic. Maybe it's the cool thing about nature.
That too. But yeah, I
So-
had a lot of free time to work on it over the last year, so
Right in between your book. It leaves one with a lot of free time.
yeah. Writing the book, I actually did a lot of that in here.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's a good place to write.
I guess Thoreau had a pond, right?
Though
So what are we doing here, Will?
not fighting the white.
Right. So what are we doing?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
We went to face her and resolve this, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I like not being torn to pieces or whatever, but it's not really going to. What are we going to do about it?
Guess that's kind of why I pulled us in here, so that we could figure it out.
All right. So,
Well, I mean, for now, Ijapa and Horo are taking care of her and we'll probably be able to hold her off for a while. I could try calling Flynn and Megan and seeing if they can't give us some backup, but I don't know that they're necessarily free to do that. I could call Grandpa, maybe, or your Glamazons if you want. I still have a couple of their numbers.
we could call them in, but they're mortal. We have to solve this ourselves.
I'm not entirely sure what to do. She killed a member of my family because she was jealous and possessive and unwilling to let go.
So, what should we do with someone who's jealous and possessive and unwilling to let go?
I don't know.
What kind of flower is this?
Oh, it's a series of, like, it's an orchid, but I've done a bit of cross breeding, so it's a variation on an orchid.
See, and Flynn says magic is stupid. Here's your counterpoint. Look at that.
No, that's not magic. That's just science with a little bit of magic tossed in. But I guess that's kind of what I'm hoping to do with the rest of my life. Science with a little bit of magic tossed in.
Good for you. Neither of us is a fighter. That's not going to be how we're solving this. But what we have on our side is love and beauty and growth. She's jealous and possessive and doesn't know when to let go. Sounds like she needs all of those things.
I don't know how to help her.
Why?
Because I don't know how to help myself.
She's not you, Will.
She could be. I could be her.
Hey. Voice in Will's head? Stop. You're nothing like her. That's fear. And isn't it always easier to solve the same problem in someone else than it is in yourself? If you're worried about this, then it's practice for whatever else it is you have going on in your life, which is none of my business.
Right. Well, at the very least, I'm here to back you up.
This isn't backing me up. This is us doing this together. Are you with this or not?
I'll do what I can. I'm always with you.
No. And that's okay. We just need to be with each other right now.
Okay.
Harold, I'd like to roll off for Muse. Because what I am fundamental, like, I'm out of the Muse playbook. I'm about inspiring things in other people.
Mhm.
And I mean, think about a muse in the arts. Half of that has to be kicking the inner editor and doubts in the nuts.
I hear that, and I like that. Go ahead and give me an awe roll.
Ah, yes. 13, which is doubles for me.
Take your thread,
I have.
and Will? The feelings aren't gone. No amount of inspiration can ever really get rid of that voice. No amount of good words and kind words and loving words can get rid of that voice. But at the very least, they can make it quiet. And they can let other voices in your head have a little more say. And you feel a level of confidence that you have sorely lacked for the past several weeks.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You ready?
Absolutely not. Let's go. And thank you for bringing me here. Touch the flower again.
You can have it if you want it. I named it after you, after all.
No, I don't cut flowers. I'd rather they live.
And as you two head back with not so much a plan, but a determination burning in your hearts, and for the sake of my heart, because my Kokoro is Brokero right now, we are going to go ahead and address some toast we've been given from our beautiful viewers. From Warrior of Books, for making the long and very tiring days at work worth it, to slaying the rent beast and any other that would face our favorite demigods, to Stephen, Sam, Abria, Aki, Eric, Dom, and chat, who make Sundays fun and always exciting, to all the storytellers. Amen to that. Thank you, Warrior of Books. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Be Right UK. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when heralds and godlings may achieve closure from the death and gore of gods and cults, hotels, and more. Another one from them, real fast. Pray listen to our story bold. On saving throw it shall be told by Stephen, Eric, Sam, Abri, and Aki, the team we all hold dear. Amen to that. Thank you very much. Be Right UK. Monstrosity Jones comes in with a double hitter as well. Fighting your divine father and wrecking his shit? Priceless. Going into an alternate timeline and wrecking his shit with your past self? Double priceless, I guess. Amen to that. And lastly, the Jersey driver, who should have stayed in Jersey. That's right, everything is legal in New Jersey, and they give a reroll to the table. Because I don't get them, all right? I don't deserve rerolls, okay? I don't deserve love, and I don't deserve rerolls, apparently.
You deserve everything in the world except for rerolls.
Nice save. My therapist would appreciate that one. So, Flynn and Megan, you are back on the second floor of the Hotel California, the nothing floor. And in front of you is a chalk sign that you see in front of a cafe. And written in chalk, it says, "The hell you doing here?"
Damn it, missed meals. Where is Kronos?
He left.
We're in nothingness. Where do you go when you're already nowhere?
Don't ask me. I'm just a skipped lunch. You think I know these things? Dumbass.
At the dumbass, I'm gonna kick the sign so it shuts and then flops down, face down. Just
on the back in chalk is written, "Oh, okay, take it out on the sign. I see how it is."
Either like draw a map of the direction he walked in, or I'm gonna like lick and erase you.
Oh no, don't do that. Anything but that.
Ew, now I don't want to do it because I don't like the way they responded.
Yeah, you shouldn't. In front of you is the sign opens up ever so slightly and a menu comes shooting out and it skids to your feet, Flynn.
All right, I'm gonna pick that shit up.
On the front it says Chateau du Dumbass.
Okay, you don't gotta be passive aggressive about it, but fine. What's this say?
On the inside, on the left side of the menu, it says, "I'm being regular aggressive. I don't have a body. This is the best I can do."
Took a lot of effort to type all that out.
On the right side of the menu, it says, "I don't type. Okay, this is how I talk. All right? I'm sorry we can't all have mouths and ways
You notice
to
how they're not even
communicate,
getting
or a
to the
tangible
point?
form."
Yeah,
Like dick ass.
it's super weird.
It's like they're making a bigger deal about it than we are.
I'm making
they're just really lonely.
Yeah, I could
The
see
center
that.
part goes, "Oh, I'm making a bigger deal," with quotation marks, "than I need to, huh?" I probably am. I'm very hungry. I'm sorry. Anyway, turn me over, and there's a little bit of a map for you.
All right, and I turn it over.
Dumbass! And there's an arrow pointing straight ahead.
Okay, I guess I'll go this way.
Wait, did
Thank
they
you.
help?
I think so. Maybe.
All right. Reminder to come back and yeet like a Nature Valley bar into the void for them. Like a purse one that's super crumbly.
Yeah.
They were really, really surly, but you know.
It's more sawdust than Nature Valley, but
But I get it. Okay.
Nature Valley is so delicious and iconic, and yet I cannot stand eating them.
They are texturally displeasing. Like
They are texturally
so,
bark.
Like they are so delicious, but also they hurt your mouth to eat them.
They do.
Like they attack your mouth very violently with their crunchiness. They're ultimate crunch.
If your
I mean-
food isn't trying to kill you, what's even the point?
Okay. It's like, okay, so you have the Cliff Bar, which is like reprocessed oatmeal mush with chocolate chips in it, which I don't know how to describe that texture other than hard applesauce, and I will eat the hell out of those things.
Cliff Bar is food that someone already chewed.
Yeah. And they're perfect. And then you have
They're
the
like a
Nature
little
Valley
baby
Bar,
bird.
which actually looks like food, but you don't want to eat it because it's eating bark. And in the middle, you have the Luna Bar, which I'm not allowed to buy because apparently
Yeah,
we
those
have
are
to
for
gender
girls
our
only.
food. We have to gender protein meal
I literally
bars.
had a friend
What can
once.
I eat?
Yeah, it's. I had a friend once who was like, "Oh, do you want a Luna Bar? Oh, I guess, yeah, it's all I have." I was like, what? It's not gonna. I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna collapse and die if I eat this.
It's like I'm not just like magically explode with estrogen because I mean, if you could, trans people would be all over that shit.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the
Right?
thing. We would be drinking so much soy milk. Like, we would be all of this. If it were real, we'd be doing it. Dang.
A very valid
Dang
point.
endocrinologists anymore. Anyway,
Hello, welcome to New Pantheon, where we talk about the real issues.
Yep.
like when Easter is and what like nutrition bars to eat.
True.
And also the texture of said nutrition bars, because once again, I love Cliff Bars. I do not know how to describe
They
them
are
other than
cardboard and chalk. How could you? With like a layer of something that
a Nature Valley
chocolate
bar
by
is cardboard and
description.
chalk. A Nature Valley bar is the type you chew, and then you have to check the mirror and make sure you still have all your teeth.
No,
Meanwhile, a
Nature
Cliff Bar,
Valley
you just
is
shove that in your
razors.
gaping maw with a bottle of water, and you're good for an hour.
Nature Valley is razors and all of the like, hey, we have nutrition. Look how much protein is in this. That is the chalk, my friend. That is the chalk. I've consumed a fair amount of chalk food in my day.
So we
It
follow the
doesn't
arrow.
make sense.
Yeah. As we walk, Megan pulls Palm out of her like little pocket backpacky thing.
He's doing that thing where the tongue is sticking out the side of the mouth, and he looks a little bit confused. And that
Palm's
makes him
a
so much cuter.
girl.
Oh, Palm's a girl. I forgot. She's doing the thing where she looks a little confused, and the tongue's out of the side of her mouth. It's very.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. And maybe seeing my younger self, I don't know. I'm processing a lot of weird emotions right now that I don't super want to talk about. But what if we don't trick Kronos because he's lonely? What if I give him Palm?
Ruff. And Palm licks your nose because I'm an asshole.
I love Palm so much. She has been my best friend for a lot of this, but I get when you need someone. And I don't know, maybe a sturdy dog that doesn't take anyone's shit. You don't take anyone's shit, do you? Would be better.
The rump is going crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is your decision, but like that's your dog, and like, I mean, is murder out of the question?
It's never out of the question. But I don't know how many fights I have left in me. And I don't mean that in like I'm not gonna win. I just
No, I know.
feel different.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to save it.
The
The most important one.
That's I think of all of us, I understand exactly what you're saying. Cause I got one big like one big con in me. Like I can go all out, but that's it. Like then I stop holding on.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know.
We're in a void, so I feel like I can say this without anyone overhearing me. But I don't want to go, and I don't want you to go somewhere I can't be.
It's not like I'm like gonna, fly to Mars,
I don't know. I've never seen anyone from the British Pantheon other than when they pop up to annoy the shit out of you.
Well, there aren't that many of them.
Yeah.
Stick around long enough, you'll meet more of them.
Okay.
I'll probably have to go home. I've never fucking been to London in my life. I'll probably have to go there for at least a little bit. But I mean, my dad's just off doing his thing. I imagine I'll probably be just living the life, doing my thing, you know? I won't be the same as him because I have people I care about.
Okay.
I mean, what? You do your big fight, you go to Mount Olympus and stay there forever? No.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go there and then fight everyone and then just be bored for all eternity. Ugh. I know that it's technically Roman, but the whole Caesar wept because there were no more asses to kick thing. I think about that a lot. Anyway,
Yep.
that was a lot.
That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
You two almost got real there, and that's horrifying for Flynn.
I mean, Megan's not so ready for that either. She's doing her best.
As you follow the arrow, eventually you find another hole. Similar to the one you found on the 13th floor, this one, however, goes down, but it doesn't go to the lobby. You know there are only 13 floors in the Hotel California. Victor, the caretaker, has told you this, and so far, he doesn't seem to have been wrong in any way. But below you, you see an open field. There seems to be like a large bite taken out of the floor, and beneath you is an open field on a sunny day. And Flynn, you recognize the burnt out bus. The one that birthed the white.
Do you got a quarter?
What? Why?
That's fine. I'll have one. Shall we?
Are we good? Yeah. Yeah. And we go down? All right.
All right. The two of you jump through the hole and find yourselves in somewhere in California. It's a beautiful warm day. There is the charred remains of a ministry, I guess, mission that you know is haunted as all hell. And there is a burnt bus behind many, many, many leaves and trees and tall grass. And sitting in the field is Kronos.
Hey, buddy. What you doing?
The old man looks down at the two of you. Have a seat.
I'm going to sit, but it's not because you told me to.
There's like, it's like ticks in the grass. I'll stand.
I haven't felt the sun in a very long time. I missed it.
I get that, Peepums, but you ate your children a bunch. You get that, right? Sometimes you lose privileges when you do dumb acidness.
Wait, you do?
I deserve my punishment. I know. I don't deserve a dog. And you can tell when he says
None of
that,
us deserve
he doesn't
dogs.
mean that he deserves a dog. He doesn't care about the dog.
Yeah.
I don't deserve it. I don't deserve many things. I was let out to be a weapon. I was let out to cause a distraction and a problem for a woman I do not know. And I will never know. I do not care to know, and I will spend the rest of eternity not caring about. Right now, I am sitting in a field, and it's a beautiful day.
I mean, shit, dude. We're all gods. Like, I mean, almost there, but like that's all. My entire divinity was invented by a shitty Stephen King knockoff because he wanted to erase the world or some dumb shit. I don't know.
Yeah, perhaps. I do not know much about your pantheon or what you are. I know you are made of stories. Stories that get retold, reinvented, and re-explained. Your story will have many different ends. Some you'll be the villain, some you'll be the hero.
I mean, I'm already in my 20s. I've already retconned my backstory.
And you'll do it again and again. I will go back to the hotel. I will fix the problems I have caused, and I will help you with this thing. But right now, I am sitting in a field enjoying the sun.
Megan's gonna scoot closer and sort of just lay her head on his leg. And then she pulls Palm out. And she's just like, cannot talk at this point. She's just sort of silently weeping and puts Palm on top of his leg.
He looks down at the small Pomeranian. I can't accept that.
I know. But you have to. If you don't, I'll kick your ass. Sometimes you just need someone. And I have people. And you can have Palm.
I will accept your gift, but I request that you hold onto my dog. And every so often, you come visit me with her.
Okay. Okay.
That's good, because I didn't want to have to, like, I don't know if I could have killed you, but if you were going to steal my girlfriend's dog, I was going to have to. So, like, I'm glad that this is working out the way it did.
Megan is now laugh crying and just like turns into Cronus's leg and just
And with that, we are going to take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere. Hello again, people. We are back for part 2 of this episode because we need water. We need drinks. We have a day. So, where we last left off, everyone was sad about a fictional dog. But thankfully, you do not have to give up the dog, and everyone feels better about that. Because dogs, we all love dogs, okay? They're dogs. They're
I was
doggos.
in literal tears over a dog that exists only in my brain.
That's how powerful dogs are, okay? That's how powerful dogs are.
Mine pepper.
Mm-hmm. Instead of demigods, we're just gonna play demi-dogs from now on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes. New tier unlock. If we hit $1,000 tonight, we'll do demi-dogs. So, Bells and Will. The two of you had just exited Will's sanctuary. Where did the two of you end up?
Exactly where we went in. That's how the spell works.
All right.
Unless I push it with Bend Fate to show up somewhere else, which I'm not going to do.
Okay. You push through this doorway, and inside you find your hotel room, Will.
Which still, by the way, just looks like a regular hotel room.
That's why it looks just... It takes you a moment to realize it's not your hotel room. This is just a hotel room. All the personalization and the doilies and everything, it's all gone. The only way you could even tell this was hers is the faint scent of flowers.
Okay, that's not
Horo and Ajapa are both MIA as well.
I thought this let us out where we went in.
It does. It's supposed to.
Then where is the frightening new god and your companions?
That is the $1 million question. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I can.
That's a solvable problem then. Victor?
I can also try to track them.
If you can, go for it. Yes.
I'd like to use Clever Girl to track them.
All right, roll me clever non-binary person.
You can call it Clever Girl. It's fine.
I know. I just like I like that title better.
I also liked the Janet style clever, not a girl.
Yeah.
Clever, not a girl.
Oh, now my wrist is hurting for no reason. I can understand why you do that.
Bodies are garbage.
They really are.
That is going to be an 11 because I get to roll with battle instead of judgment when I do pierce the veil.
All right. You asked 3 questions.
Okay. Where are my aminals?
You can tell. You can smell that distinct rabbit and tortoise smell, along with Donald Glover and a cherry icy. It's very strong in this room, and then it goes into the hallway. This fight seemed to rage on throughout the hotel, and it seems to stop at the elevator.
Okay. So Will, of course, has gotten down on all fours to start the process of sniffing out the location, and then their body kind of cranes up into a standing position, but it's still very much it's Will, but definitely more in tune with observation of animals, especially during their time in Africa, of how they sniff out prey and things like that. And as they walk towards the elevator, they just kind of look back at Bells and kind of gesture with their head and head that way.
All right. You still have 2 questions left.
how do I get to the white?
When you reach the elevator, you realize it has gone down, but the scents go up. Clearly, they got in the elevator and busted through the roof. Continue the fight going upwards.
To
You're
the
currently-
8th floor, perhaps?
Well, let's see. You were on the 10th floor.
Oh,
so
so up.
up. So they either went to demonic, electronic, or cosmic.
Okay. I'm gonna take a wild guess at cosmic, but I don't know.
That'd be phenomenal, surely.
Why did the white attack us?
Well, you are a doctor. Maybe not formally yet. I don't know if you have the...
I'm a pharmacist. I work in pharmaceuticals. But yes.
Right. Don't know if it's Willajai MD is what I'm saying.
It is.
No, it is.
I got my PhD. So
Oh, like PhD pharmacology.
yeah.
Okay.
Copy.
How much did you learn about psychology?
I mean, to the extent of how drugs can affect the brain chemistry, I took some.
Okay. As someone who is in touch with their emotions, as you are, and someone who knows how the body works, at least on a physical sense, you're aware of defense mechanisms. In nature, it shows up as bizarre plumage or spikes, talons, the ability to hide really, really well. The way that conversation went, where the moment you called her out, the moment she realized someone knew her dirty little secret, that's when the white came out. The white's a defense mechanism.
Okay. We need to get her calm. We need to try to appeal to whatever is still not completely consumed with the white.
There's
human.
Good in you, Anakin. I can feel it.
Sure, yeah, we can go with that one. You've been beefing up on your references.
Apparently, well, they say in LA you're supposed to have culture, but then they mean that?
Yeah, well, I'm glad LA is agreeing with you.
So where is she?
Up, I'm just not entirely sure where. I can keep sniffing after her, but wherever Ijaba Nehoro's trail ends is probably where she'll be.
Is it all right to take the elevator?
I mean, there is more than one. This one, definitely not. The other one, though, might be okay.
All right. Okay. There's, let's see, demonic, electronic, and cosmic left to us.
Yeah.
Let's go to the floor with the electronic deities. I have an idea.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that's where we go.
All right. You reach the electronic floor, and all the hallways in the Hotel California look the same, but all have their own je ne sais quoi. This one has techno music, dubstep. In fact, it has, Will, this reminds you a little bit too much of Flynn's brony phase.
I hate it already. I hate it already.
I prefer trans, but...
There's a reason this music went somewhere to die.
I mean, all things being equal, might as well be worth finding something to like in it.
I guess so. What was your idea?
I'd like to see if I'm looking for broadcasting, which I think up until recently was rather close to my heart.
Oh. Are you doing all right, by the way? Without your phone, I mean.
I think I needed to prove I don't need it. And being here, I don't think I would want to be the kind of god associated with something ephemeral like Instagram. Just means you end up here sooner.
Very fair. I think you're too good for Instagram anyway.
Yeah, you're right. But I'll let them have a little bells as a treat.
Hope they know how lucky they are.
But why are you doing this?
It's a reflex, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
We talked. You said you were figuring out whether or how to have a connection, and pretty much suggested that you didn't want to have platonic ones until you had processed that. So I've been giving you as much space as I know how, but the mixed messages are hurting me.
I'm sorry. I really wish I could figure out what the hell I want out of this. I'm not doing a very good job at all.
Well,
And it's not fair. I'm sorry. That's a lie. I do know what I'm doing when all of this is done. Because I don't know how the hell to separate how I feel from you from what I'm trying to get to. I want to just be around you without feeling the need to worship you constantly. It's not easy. So when I'm done with this, I'm going home. And I'm not coming back.
you never liked LA anyway.
No, I didn't.
Good. Then do what makes you happy. That's all I ever wanted for you.
I just think that this is one of those cases where being around you is confusing and difficult, and
Then we go right back to what we've been doing for the past year, which is polite text messages you ignore and thousands of miles of space between us. And the next time something supernatural happens, you call someone else, and that is fine. It can be that way. I won't be hurt.
I don't think you should send me text messages anymore.
Okay, done. I don't have a phone. Remember? It wasn't happening anyway. Do I see any broadcast around?
You find... Sorry, that was a very heavy scene. I got into it. Down the hallway, you find the room of local access television.
Perfect. Oh, upsetting. Realizing why local access TV is here. Excuse me.
You're greeted with a old man. And by old, I mean like maybe in his 60s, so not that old, but old enough. He wears a wrinkled suit, top hat, and long cape. And he has a very bushy mustache. What can I do for you two?
Well, at the risk of falling into a generation gap, have you ever heard of a collab?
Come on in. Inside, you find a makeshift stage with some very, to you especially, old cameras.
Ooh, vintage. Aesthetic.
Yeah, you caught me right before I was about to do my horror movie marathon. We got the Gamera movies. Gamera's not in here, by the way, but we got the movies. Because, $5, you can license that shit.
We love an inexpensive license. And actually, the lighting setup here is beautiful. Would you mind if I borrowed your airwaves for a little bit of local public broadcasting?
All right, but if you're going to do it, you're going to have to wear the uniform.
What kind of uniform is that?
He presents you a black bouffant wig and a black slinky dress with a dagger as a belt buckle. You ever hear of Elvira?
I think in some animated series I saw once as a reference that I didn't get.
Yeah, well, I'm also a reference you don't get. And if you're going to be on my stage during the horror hour, you're going to have to wear the uniform. We don't have Vampire's outfit no more. But you can have this.
I will see you, Elvira, and raise you, Morticia Adams. Still on brand. The hair's a little better. I need this.
All right. See if I care. See what I give a shit. All right. Places, everyone, he screams to an empty room.
One hell of a tango.
A few moments later, the lights are struck, and you are not on a makeshift set. You are in a very campy castle with cutout furniture and a Shea lounge that's designed just for you. You also have many turtles wandering around your set because Gamera. And you see that little red light blinking, indicating you are live.
Bright woman, we've come to bargain. We need you to meet us at the ballroom, not to fight, but to talk. Go there. Now. I have influencer, which allows me to go broadcast, so I can effectively take over the local broadcast system. So wherever she is, my voice will work through that.
Yeah. Behind one of the cameras holding the cue cards is Victor. He lowers it down. Did you just hijack Did you just hijack the hotel like that?
Oops.
Good work. All right.
That was double sixes on the dice.
Shit.
So I do that.
Yeah, no, you have no verbal or auditory or visual confirmation this works. But Bells, this fucking worked.
Thank you so much for the collab. I'll meet you next week and we'll actually do this. Thank you so much. You're
Yeah, all
here.
right. Next week is, I don't know, Blood Beach or something. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, but not my style.
I have no idea what that means, but thank you. Well, we should get to the ballroom.
All right.
Victor takes off the headset that he doesn't realize why he's wearing. So real quick, what the hell happened?
One of the people in your hotel has been doing a lot of murders, as you know, and we are going to have a conversation with her in the ballroom, which means you know where in the hotel to clear everybody out and make sure people are safe.
Awesome. Would you hold this cue card for me for a moment? As you look down to accept the cue card, he is gone.
Drop.
Blop, 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 blop.
Let's go.
All right.
All right. Megan and Flynn, what are you two doing after you did not have to give up your dog and you had kind of a moment with Kronos, who, despite being a bad guy, might not be that bad of a person?
Yeah.
So, can you get yourself home, Gramps? Or
Call him Peepums.
Peepums? Because I mean, you bit a hole in nothing and ended up here, so I don't know the rules.
I did not bite that hole. I found that hole.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Do you need a ride?
Yeah.
We can walk.
No.
No. He's going to hold a hand out for both of you.
Heck yeah.
Oh, all right.
Wait, do you have like a height thing? What's wrong?
Is this like Big Friendly Giant?
Isn't that British?
I think so.
100% Big Friendly Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm related to him.
I think you're related to a lot of people.
Yeah. Do you know Roald Dahl, the guy who wrote that, was a spy for the British government and had a whole bunch of sex, with like Nazi women, so that he could get information.
Shut up.
The guy was fucking rad.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
he was legit James Bond.
Oh, seriously. Also wrote the funniest autobiography I've ever read in my life. Just throwing it out there.
All right, your Pantheon does not suck anymore.
You guys have a time slip. And even though you just stepped on his hand, you are now several feet in the air and standing in the vacant desert that the Hotel California resides in.
What?
I move in the frozen time, Kronos explains as he lowers you to the ground.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
Wait, oh, okay, I think that's the lie again. All right, so you... I don't know why this is making me kind of not...
We stepped on his hand and he did a magic, and now we're here.
I didn't do magic. I just walked through time.
Yep, that makes a normal amount of sense.
But yeah, in that case, it's not magic. It's magic.
Yeah, it's all magic. Cool. Well, we'll work on getting you a room with the view for the future. Don't do that again. I regret doing that. But thank you.
You are welcome.
Our family sucks a bunch.
All of them do.
But you're not so bad. Also, I get it. Like, I punched Zeus so much that if I could eat him, I would probably also eat him. So.
Yeah, eating your children sucks, but also all your children suck a lot. You know?
Hades isn't so bad.
Oh yeah, Hades is bro.
He's a weird boy.
Yeah.
He's kind of nasty.
He's kind of the black sheep because he's the only good one.
Yeah. Anyway, you should think about how to be a better parent. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm out of nice family moment to have, and I'm gonna go need to hit something real quick. So let's go find the white.
As you are lowered onto the ground, you see the front lobby of the Hotel California, and it does not look like it's full of time clones. So that's a nice sign.
Oh, okay. The time clones were dope, though. I want
yeah,
to be on record.
Yeah. Like, they loved
their
you.
number.
Yeah.
It was my number, it turned out, but you know.
Okay, thank you, Peepums. And as she like hops off with her, she kind of like flutters. She like pats him on the hand. I'll be back to visit with your dog, and just to hang out. And Flynn is gonna get a bigger TV and some more movies, and we can just do like a movie night or whatever. I don't know. Is that anything?
That sounds lovely.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too.
Huh. Said that like twice in one day. Dope. New record. Okay. She flies down.
Yeah. As you enter the lobby, you see Victor with a push broom shooing away gods from the ballroom. One of them, a man made entirely out of scarves, is, I can't believe you're doing this. This is highly irregular. I have a tea party to attend. You do not have a tea party. Get out of here. Shoot. Be gone. Be gone.
Be gone, Johnny Depp.
Ew. Why is Johnny Depp here? Ew.
Stop calling the Winter Scarf Johnny Depp. Okay, that's rude. Also, hi. How are you two doing? And is that a giant foot outside my lobby door?
Good, and yeah.
So it worked. Yeah. Got Kronos back. I notice I'm not being followed by 12 of me. That's a nice sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can still speak in the royal we if you want, though.
I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm. We were very amused.
Yes. He hands you the broom, Flynn. I gotta go argue with a walrus real fast. Bells and Will should be down here any second now. Be right back.
Why?
I'm not touching that broom. It's going to fall on the ground.
Yeah.
The broom clatters to the ground as Victor goes running off to go deal with a walrus.
It's weird just leaving a broom like that.
Yeah. Oof.
Will and Bells, that is the time the two of you step off the elevator and you are in the lobby and you see Flynn and Megan.
Definitely hasn't changed because aesthetic.
So Bells is goth queen.
I nudged the shit out of Flynn and point. I feel like we did not get the sexy mission, and we're gonna have to talk to someone about that.
Did we when we went back? Did we go back in time and change things?
And maybe Bells is just like this now?
Yeah. Oh my god. It's like, everything's the same in this universe except for this one thing.
Yeah, because we stepped on a butterfly when we were back in time.
You stepped on a butterfly and now Bells is a goth.
Or you impaled that skeleton.
Oh. Ooh.
Are you two all right over there? Or do we need to get you like some smelling salts or something?
Hi guys.
Are you always like this?
Like in terms of outfits, is this a different one than you would normally wear?
Why do you ask?
Oh God, we changed the past.
Yeah, we definitely changed the past. Okay, no! I was worried. Like I wanted to pretend like we couldn't do that, but I was terrified that we would, and we seem to have done it.
You didn't change the past. Everything is fine.
Come on, you're a pharmacologist.
You would say
Don't you know
that.
about taste of your own medicine?
Exactly.
We didn't change the past for you because what we changed became your actual history, whereas we're from a different timeline now.
Yeah, Bells was really into mermaid shit in the real timeline, and now it's different.
That doesn't seem like me at all.
Will is just like, oh, criminy Christmas, and just starts walking towards the ballroom.
Yes, you are greeted with a walrus in a bowler hat who is currently being rolled by Victor.
Is there a carpenter in and around this situation?
This is most unusual. I'm most offended by this.
Cooperate with Victor. He deserves better. He's very nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you can convince some oysters to climb in your mouth or whatever.
Oh, how dare you!
So,
I'm just gonna say that snap hits different in this outfit, and I don't know if that's inappropriate, but like it do be that way though.
we can hit however you like, Megan.
This is the better timeline, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah, checks out.
The White's going to be in the ballroom in not too long. I don't want to fight her.
Well, that's why we bring Megan.
No. We do it your way a lot. Maybe this time we try it a little more their way. I nod my head at Will.
Okay. So what's the plan?
We
Oh, we
talk-
haven't gotten that far. Are you kidding?
What? No, come on. By the way, I completely turned my attention to Will. Like, all right, leader.
I don't know what the plan is aside from trying to talk to her and appeal to whatever humanity might be left, if there's any humanity to be found. But
To what end? So that she stops?
so that she can move on.
But that's not how gods die.
It's not about death, it's about letting go.
And this is gonna sound out of left field for the two of you, but can we give her a dog? Because we were planning to steal a dog anyways.
That is
I-
true.
I don't know that dog is the solution
Okay,
to this. I
I'm
mean,
just saying-
dogs are the solution to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And often the catch-all, but I don't think she's
Okay,
the right person.
that's understandable. It's just like it was a thing we were already working towards. So if we
Yeah.
could just continue that momentum, but if it's not going to work for this, that's fine.
I think the White isn't who she is. The White is how she defends herself from things that hurt her or cause her pain.
We're used to gods having different aspects, Megan. Like Athena. She's a goddess of war, sure enough, but that's not what she is about. She's about being a pedantic snob.
Yeah.
I know she calls it wisdom. I call that good branding. But the point is,
And
gods
he's used
have
to dunk on a family
aspects.
member.
hey,
I like this a lot. This
You
is
know.
the best timeline.
There's no.
we know there are timelines, so Bella's bought in. So the point is, if our family has aspects, I think that may well be a more general feature, or at least one that might exist in her. That there's more to her than the worst, darkest, most violent aspect. It's not to say that won't be there. Like, my mom's the goddess of love, and it's not like love doesn't have a dark aspect, but it's a thing you want in the world.
What
So
if we
let's find
could?
hers.
What if we could offer her something that might provide a safer release for the White? And Will digs into their pouch and they pull out a pomegranate.
Are the solutions respectively Pomeranian and pomegranate?
We solved all problems.
With
This
Palm.
episode's sponsored by Palm Wonderful.
By Palm. Pomegranate juice, full of antioxidants, and helps you with your God problems.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
Okay, I don't know why you're holding a pomegranate, but you presented it in such a way that I am going to believe that this is special and
From
can do stuff.
It's from Hades.
You said that.
Wait, when did you go to
Did you
Hades?
pull a Flynn?
Huh.
Did you pull a Flynn? He says in a less accusatory, more proud manner.
I'm going to say in the comic panel, it's both of you saying in unison, one angry, one like, ah.
I pulled a Flynn. I was going to use it on myself, but maybe this is the better idea.
What does it do?
Well, I figured if I ate a couple of them, then for a little while I could be Will, goddess of nature, and all the rest of the time just Will, pharmacologist, gardener, parent, spouse.
You know, there's a family member of mine who thought that inducing chemicals to change his personality would work out for him, and it, long story short, it doesn't, and he becomes a terrible monster.
Don't be jealous that your strategy, as performed by Will, has finally borne fruit.
Fruit.
Yeah.
But maybe the reason why the white is the way it is because the white is a repressed emotion. What if the white is still allowed to exist, but is released in a way that is controlled and safe?
So let's go into the ballroom and have this meeting and find out. And I know that it might go real spiky and bad. Can you hold Megan for me?
Stand by what I said before. I can hold if that's what you want, but I will not let anything happen to you. Or you, Will. And definitely not you, Flynn. I will wait, but I won't stand by and watch harm come to you.
I won't mind a protector. I like that aspect of you. Shoulder bump.
She blushes a little more deeply.
And Flynn, if lying gets us to our goals, you know, yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll strategic it. I'll snipe my lies instead of, just shotgunning them like I would normally do.
What, you're not going to tell her that you're her son? It worked so well the last couple times, like you were saying.
I've only done that once before.
Are we in the ballroom?
See, and we're already shotgunning. You see what's happening here.
No, he doesn't remember the other time he did it.
You are not in the ballroom just yet. However, you have received a reroll from Blue Linnet, who gives their reroll to the table. Thank you, Blue Linnet.
We're gonna need them.
Yep. Now, let's go parlay with the god.
Ooh, tight.
With purpose and heals. Bells goes.
Megan follows pretty well on their heels, literally and figuratively, and is going to, when they cross the threshold into the ballroom, she's going to pull out the bident, which she's just decided she might as well give it a shot if she's going to play around with it and keep it for a little while, and is going to slam it into the ground, prongs down, and use practical tactical brilliance and like consecrate this area as a potential battleground. And so I
Okay.
can hold just in
Go
case
ahead and
things.
roll to see this your hold.
Yeah. All right. I got double 4s plus 4 is 12. So I'm going to hold 3.
As you enter the ballroom and declare this place a potential battleground, you see the ballroom has been torn asunder and put back together. Bits and pieces of an old, comforting granny house have interlaced themselves with the paneling and the carpet of this ballroom. It's beautiful oaken wood, marbling, and everything has been mixed with just hard candies and lace. In the center of the room, you see a, garden bench with a table and some garden chairs. Sitting at one of them is the old woman. Sitting in one of the chairs, Japa and Ahoro currently sharing one. And in another chair is a beautiful Black woman that none of you recognize. She's older, and you can tell by her messy hair and the bags under her eyes, she doesn't get out much.
Horo, Shapa, glad you're doing well.
Horo puts down his teacup, which is about as large as he is. Hey there. Yeah, you guys missed a hell of a fight. Really brutal. Lots of stabbing. Mostly by me.
Do you need healing?
Oh, absolutely. He holds up an arm and you see there's like a large gash around where I guess his pecs would be if their pecs if they were a person.
Yeah, I think that Will goes ahead and puts them back in their Pokeball, which I think at this point have some sort of passive healing abilities, so that they can rest.
Yep.
And then they just pat the pouch and good job. Very proud of you. And they also become very troubled at the idea that they're going to have to figure out what to do with Ahoro and Ajapa when all of this is over.
Hello, dearies. Would you like a cup of tea?
It's kind of you to offer, and thank you for agreeing to meet us. But I'm afraid I couldn't accept before I'm properly introduced. Hi, I don't think we've met.
How rude of me. I'm the glowing woman, and this is the plague of the valley.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, she's been my best friend for many, many years now. We moved in here together. The plague sips her tea.
What? Okay, I need to do some veil piercing shit here real fast.
Yeah, go ahead and pierce that veil.
10?
Great, ask 3 questions.
Who is responsible for this?
Oh, obviously the glowing woman.
The glowing woman or the bright woman?
The bright woman, I apologize.
Yeah. How?
Oh,
How?
that's the white. It's a defense mechanism.
I don't understand. What?
The
Sorry.
white is a defense mechanism.
I know, but that doesn't explain how the Plague of the Valley is here.
The Plague of the Valley, this Plague of the Valley, isn't real. That's the white. You're walking inside a woman's denial right now. You're seeing it manifested.
Will goes and sits down in the chair that their animals were just in and reaches down for a cup and saucer and extends it to the bright woman.
Oh, thank you, dearie.
You know, I've had a few people in my life that I loved more than anything. And for one reason or another, I lost them. And when I lost the first one, I distracted myself with doing stuff like this to cope. Because I thought if I didn't think about it, it wouldn't hurt so much. And then I found someone else and I poured all of my hopes into that person and projected everything I wanted into that relationship. But we weren't right for each other either. And I'm still not sure what the best way is to get past all that is. So I'm taking the only path I can. The Plague of the Valley is gone. And I know that you loved her. And I know that you wanted to stay with her.
No, she's not gone. She's sitting right there, sweetheart. Don't you see her?
I do. But there are a lot of things that I see in my darkest moments that I wish were real and aren't.
Megan, Bells, and Flynn, as Will is talking to the bright woman, you see this false Plague of the Valley, the false Lily of the Valley, kind of glitch, for lack of a better term. Every so often, it turns into the creature you saw in your dreams, Megan. The thing with a smile a little too wide, with far too many teeth.
Those people I lost. I think no matter where I go or what happens to me, they'll never really be gone because of who they were to me. She will always be with you. But I think it's time you let her go.
The spark of divinity can come from anywhere. It can come from the child of gods. It can come from a brief moment of belief. It can come from a very focused and nuanced desire. Much like love, much like relationships, it is something that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And usually the ending is the part we don't like to talk about. We don't like to look at, we don't want to think about, because endings hurt. Well, as you explain to the bright woman that the plague of the valley is gone. The plague of the valley that was sitting across from you turns into the white. Completely. It continues to smile, its fractal smile. And though it has no eyes, it looks at you with absolute hatred.
This fear? I know this fear. This fear is in me. The fear that everyone I care about will leave me alone. I fight that fear every day. But sometimes the fear comes out. It just does. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you have a productive way to deal with it. And we want to help you find that. Killing other gods, lashing out in anger, hurting the people you care about because you can't get your own shit together. That eventually does push everyone you love away.
You can see the saucer and teacup in her hand tremble, clattering, making that unpleasant noise.
Will puts their teacup down and moves over and just takes the bright woman's hands.
The bright woman looks down at you, wrinkles and tears and a plastered on smile because they don't know what else to portray. She was born naturally, beautifully, and I was born out of a desperate moment, a moment of anger, and a moment of just cathartic release. And we were born as one, and she left me.
I don't think she wanted to, but maybe she needed to.
Is at this point the ballroom falls apart. You are not in the ballroom. You are not in the old woman's room. The four of you are back in that godforsaken field. The bus is in flames. The cult is dead. The ghost of the missionaries watch in their eternally burning building. And you see the plague of the valley, the actual plague of the valley, as she embraces a crying young woman that just did something they don't understand.
Is that you?
The old woman doesn't say anything. The white, however, stands up, and it puts a tendril between you and the bright woman and pushes you away, Will.
Will doesn't resist.
It pushes you back towards your three friends. What are the three of you doing?
Do we have like a hand signal or something for when we gotta get violent? Because, like, I don't know, we didn't discuss this.
No, I've got this.
Megan has not like blinked or looked away from the white and is just coiled and ready to move the moment the white does anything.
Well, it did just physically move well, so.
Sorry. This isn't it yet, but is waiting for that moment.
Yeah, I think Will not actively not resisting being moved is kind of the signal to Megan that this is fine. Everything's still kosher.
Bells moves up. Right, woman, what would you say you're the god of?
She puts down her tea and rests her hands gently in her lap. Bells, you come from a background that encouraged you to smother a lot, and you could tell this is what she's doing right now. The body movements of someone who knows how to push it down. I'm the god of a desired light. I assume.
Assume?
I never did find my purpose.
I get that. But you're a god, so you have a lot of time with it to be what you hoped you would be and not live in the pain. And you're not going to be alone. I'll be with you. I'm acceptance of love lost. And I'm popping my ascendance move.
Now, Bells, is this the third time you use this
No.
move? No?
This is my first.
That's right. We had god coins back in the day.
And Bells has never used any of those kind of advanced mechanics because they've never really known what exactly they are.
So why don't you tell us what your ascendance move does?
The text says you light up a crowd and become a shining beacon of inspiration, driving everyone who can see you. The people lean into the best versions of themselves and are moved to greatness. So that means the bright woman, and it means Flynn and Megan and Will.
Bells, as you define your domain, for the first time you see the bright woman was not sitting in this chair. She was ensnared in it. And she leans away and it rips her flesh. And as it does, you see that it lets go. And the white begins to scream.
I know. It hurts. And I look at the white and I say, it's okay that it hurts. I'm still with you, and you're still worthy.
And the white is going to dive at you, enraged.
I open my arms.
It falls into your arms. and vanishes. You guys watch this relationship between the Plague of the Valley, the Lily of the Valley, and the Bright Woman. You watch them as they have each other. You watch them as the Lily introduces her sister to her. You watch as they realize no one's coming. You watch as they realize the three of them, but really the two of them, will never find their worshipers. They will never find that domain that defines them, that gives them that sense of purpose. And you watch them as they decide to leave. And you watch, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You watch as several students from UCLA drive up in a van sometime in the late 2010s. You watch as they conduct some research about a very specific kind of virus. They think at first, but it's not a virus. It's not a plague. It's a mold. And they find that there was a reason for what happened to the mission. And there is something very special about this place, something that no other place in the world might have. And for the first time, you see the Plague of the Valley as she was, the Lily of the Valley. As she finds people, she finds her worshipers, the people who understand the inherent specialness that made her, the thing that gave her her story apart from these tragedies that happened. And you see her drift further and further and further away from the Shining Woman, the Bright Woman, the woman who has no worshipers, who was born from uncontrolled id. And you watch as she turns into the monster she was born as, and you now know what the God Killer was. And you see, unquestionably, the White killed the Plague of the Valley. And you see the Bright Woman realize what happened and run away. The four of you are standing in the ballroom now. The Shining Woman is a crying heap in the middle of this beautiful ballroom where she committed a horrible atrocity. What do you do?
I want to jump back, and since I didn't want to jump in and disrupt during Bell's ascendance move, but I do want to explain how Megan reacted to it.
Please do. Please do. Absolutely.
I think the moment she popped it, Megan blinked and her eyes kind of stung because she was so coiled and ready, and she took a breath that she didn't realize she was holding. And as that sort of wash of letting go of the fear of loss hit everyone, gods and mortals alike, she just slowly reaches for Flynn's hand and holds it. And in that moment where she self-identifies as the person that takes the hit and is the fighter, she gives Flynn's hand a squeeze as the White lunges for Bell's, but trusts that Bell's knows what they're doing and lets them handle it. Because so much of love is trusting people to do the thing that you're scared of for them. And she just sort of watches, and as everything sort of resolves back in the ballroom again, she looks down and realizes that she's holding Flynn's hand, and like is sort of like there's tears gently streaming down her eyes, but she doesn't get bashful about it for the first time and just continues holding his hand and looking on at the group.
Flynn, how did you take all this?
Flynn, like, has spent a lot of that time trying not to speak and say the things that he wanted to say, but then as all of this washed over, he realized a lot of that is his sarcasm, his lying. A lot of that is his way of protecting himself and distancing himself from what he knows he actually wants to do or wants to be. So it's him realizing that like that, and then Megan grabbing his hand and seeing her hold herself back. He's realizing like what he needs to do in this situation is not just make a joke about it or something like that, but let be a force for justice and allow this to happen as it is right now, so that justice can be met.
And how will you, the four of you, the ones who found the God Killer, who brought it to justice, what does that justice look like?
I think that there are ways to handle this that are punitive and difficult and frankly cruel to do. And then there's what's already happened. You lost your friend. And I think that's hard enough.
I'm gonna beg to disagree.
I know.
You lost your friend. Yes, but you took something beautiful from this world. You took something that was necessary. And there has to be a balance to that. You must add to this world.
And we'll find that best aspect of you. And you can do it. And be more than the worst thing you did.
She doesn't have a response. She's not capable of wording anything right now. She is just tears and pain and regret.
Megan's gonna move over with her impossible speed and pick up the bright woman and hold her while she cries.
All right.
And as Bells moves back to the rest of the group, there's almost an echo Bells, who is with Megan and the Bright Woman, just like they promised. With anyone who needs acceptance of love lost.
A few moments later, when she finally calms down, Victor is at the door ready to talk to you about what happened. After you explain it to him, how much of it do you explain?
Megan doesn't explain it because she doesn't understand it.
I think that Will gives him the long and the short of it, because Victor deserves to know what is happening in his hotel. But I think that they also kind of depend on Bells to sort of purvey like what they've decided to do about it.
Well, I mean, not to be that guy, but I don't know if I can let her stay here.
Then figure that out. If you can't, then you can't, because this is your hotel, and that's your right. And we'll help her figure out what's next for her. But half of this place is a promise that when you were forgotten, you aren't left behind. So we're not leaving her behind either, whether it's here or somewhere else.
Maybe I'll talk to the residents of the hotel. See what they think about it.
All right.
While you're at it, can you get my peepums a better room, please?
Your peep. Oh, Chronos. Yeah. I
That's
already
what I
got him.
said.
It's about time.
Throw a sandwich in the void every once in a while.
Honestly.
He doesn't eat.
No, there's
Yeah,
other stuff in the void. There's a very obnoxious menu.
Oh, you met them. Charming. The rooms make themselves. I don't have control over that. If it was like that, it's because he wanted it like that. Or maybe he felt like that's what he deserved.
Yeah. People don't always know what they really deserve.
Didn't feel like he had a place here.
Well, don't really know what to do next. Thank you. You stopped a lot more pain, I suppose.
Yeah, and since we finished it under the full 2-week contract, I guess we'll just stick with the 5-day rate.
Yeah.
Because we did some outside travel and we did some other thing, and there was like time was different, so we'll just keep it to 5 days. Minus any expenses for hotel rooms and stuff like that, but
Okay.
And there's
I'm
a
also
lot
gonna
less
subtract.
property damage.
I'm gonna subtract the property damage, though.
Excuse me. I did not cause that property damage. You had some rogue guests in here.
That
They
was
were
a
not part
fight
of the
between you and the thing in the woods. So I believe it
Well,
was.
dock the thing in the woods for that.
Yeah.
I think
They don't
as they're
pay rent.
having this argument with Victor, Will is going to kind of start wandering towards the elevator.
Okay. As they argue with Victor about a contract that does not exist and money exchanging hands that was never agreed upon, will you take the elevator? Where do you go?
I go to my floor.
All right. You are on. Now, were you staying on the nature floor or
I was just in the
humanoid?
regular humanoid floor.
The 4th floor.
Yeah. Will steps off the elevator and goes to their room and opens the door. And the whole time they've been here, it's just been a plain hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
But as they step in, from their feet, grass begins to grow and the entire room begins to bloom. And flowers and trees and all of that sort of start to burst from the walls. And they kind of close the door and slide down against it and kind of tuck their head into their knees and start to cry. And vines from the room kind of grow up and around them, and sort of just cocoon them. And yeah, that's what happens to Will.
I know it's a little early, but I actually feel like that's a perfect place to wrap tonight. I don't think we're going to top that. So, end of game moves. Flynn, does a tangle feel looser or tighter?
Definitely tighter with Megan.
All right.
We buddies. We homies.
You're dating.
That's like super homies.
I can't argue with that. All right. Megan?
With Flynn. And take a thread for it.
Very nice. Bells.
Bells loosened their tangle with Bill.
All right. And Will.
It's bells for me too, but I don't know if it's looser or tighter.
There's never been a more in-character answer than that.
How about we decide that next week?
Maybe, yeah.
Sleep on it. That's the saying goes. Well, everyone, next week is the season finale of New Pantheon. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions.
No, we already did them. What the fuck?
More emotions. We're not done.
I want to punch something. God
I thought that
damn it.
next was gonna be Hot Springs or something.
I mean,
this is Dragon Ball Z. We defeated the evil, so the season finale is the barbecue.
Thank you.
it will be fun, but I expect some emotions. Emotions.
Us?
What?
It's
This
more
isn't
likely
the
than you
stream
think.
that makes people cry. What are you talking about? This is the fart and booger stream. What are you talking about?
We contain multitudes, though.
We do contain multitudes. Sinfully Wicked, by the way, thank you very much for giving me a reroll. You are a wonderful person. I would give you more gushing accolades, but honestly, I'm pretty beat. So, my name is Stephen Pope. You can find me online at Stephen J. Pope 22. That's STEVENJPOPE 22. Mostly on Twitter, barely on Instagram. And you can also find me every Wednesday on twitch.tv/gamesweneverplay, where I do It's Always Sunny in the Shadows, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game. And before I pass the baton, I have to give a shout out to Salt Bay, which is now on Tuesdays, correct?
Always has been.
Okay, for some reason I thought you guys were on Wednesdays for a hot second.
I feel like we have this conversation every week, and I'm fucking
really
here for it.
Listen,
Sure.
I'm
I
really
like
bad
it.
at days right now. I'm really bad at days right now.
Days
okay?
are nothing, and you're good.
All right. Either way, Tuesday night, we continue Pirates of Salt Bay. I'm sure they'll spend most of the season in a hot spring talking about their feelings. And
No, this week's the Love Boat episode.
The
Love Boat.
I've watched so much Love Boat in preparation.
I've never seen an episode.
It's really good.
Okay.
Like, good, I'd be terrible, but watch it.
Hey, listen, I just binge watched all of Supermarket Sweep. I feel ya.
Yep.
And Friday, this Friday, the 28th, we will be coming back with Wild Cards, our circus-themed. Is it Deadlands still?
Yeah,
Either
it's
way.
back. They're back to Deadlands.
They're back to Deadlands. They're back. They're using Savage Worlds, the new Savage World rules. It's going to be an amazing campaign. I'm very excited for it. Make sure you check that out.
Ugh, I love all of the character reveals that have been happening on socials all week long. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, I've seen some of the photos, and they're really great.
Text them to
Love that.
me.
Same. When you work in the saving throw office, you have to deal with kobolds, and you get all the good spoilers before anyone else.
Thank
That's half
you.
the fun.
It is known.
And make sure you follow Saving Throw on social media at Saving Throw Show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Eric, where can they find you?
They can find me at the aforementioned Pirates of Salt Bay this Tuesday, coming back for season 4. It's going to be a grand old time. And then they can always see me on my own stuff, which is mostly Eric on all the things, including on Twitch, where I stream video games from time to time.
What are you playing now?
Ooh, good question.
I'm splitting my time between Escape from Tarkov, but I think I should probably get back into Dead by Daylight since I dyed my hair to look like Nia from Dead by Daylight.
We need to get drunk and play
Daylight?
Dead by Daylight. Ouch. But no, we need to get drunk and play some Dead by Daylight. I miss that game so much. Abria, where can they find you?
Hi, I'm Abria Iyengar. You can catch me on social media at Quiddy, Quiddiie. Whew, we kind of got there. I did my best. And yeah, follow me there for my full schedule. I've got a couple things coming up that aren't quite announceable yet, but in addition to Sundays here and Tuesdays on Salt Bay, on Mondays, you can catch me and the amazing Aki playing Lost Mine of Fandelver. It's a singular mine over on D&D's Twitch channel with the Roll20 crew. And yeah, oh man, there's like not other stuff to promo. On September 16th, you can catch the brand newly announced side quest for Dimension 20 called Pirates of Leviathan. Yes, I like pirates a lot. So that's going to drop it'll premiere on YouTube starting on September 16th and then get thrown behind Dropout's paywall. So check it out when it comes out. I'm very excited for y'all to see this very, very good game.
It's going to be great. Sam, where can they find you?
I'm Sam Delev. You can find me coming for your feelings with knives at Tchaikovsky, ChaiKovsky. And if you want the full schedule of when I attack your emotions, you can find that on the About page of my personal Twitch, twitch.tv/Delevely, DELEVELY, which outlines both my RPG and personal streams throughout the Twitternet.
Fantastic.
Stay crying, my friends.
Oh, we will. And
wait, what are you playing currently? No, I ask everyone this. What are you playing on Twitch right now?
I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. It came for my feelings with knives. It is delightful. The PC port just came out. I'm having a really, 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 really good time.
Heck yeah.
It's so much fun.
Such a good game.
We paused the game at a point where they kind of foreshadowed a lore drop, and then we looked up the thing that we paused. It was great. It was a really good time.
You spoil yourself like that. I guess you can. I'm not your boss. All right. Aki, where can they find you?
Hi, everybody. I'm Aki, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mixed Genie in a Bottle. That's MXGINIINABOTTLE. And my schedule is also fully available for you to peruse over on twitch.tv/ShidareAki. That's SHIDAREAKI. But I do have a couple of things that are not on the schedule because they are guest spots or special events. And one of them is this Tuesday at 4 p.m. PST or 4 p.m. PDT and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am going to be on Chaotic Tiefling ATL playing with the Quizzard and I doing Star Trek trivia against the chat. I fully intend to get my ass handed to me because, oh God, me and trivia. We'll see how it goes. And then this upcoming Saturday, I'm having my 3-year Streamversary event on my channel to celebrate 3 years of being live on Twitch. We're going to be doing 6-hour charity drive where I will be playing games with the community. Whoever shows up in chat can come and chill with me. And I have a special guest lined up as well, and I'm really, really excited about it. So join me at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time on Saturday to 2 p.m. And hopefully we can raise money for a good cause and celebrate, the fact that I still somehow managed to get stuff done on Twitch.
Hooray. So, with all that, special thanks to Dom Zook for running everything behind the scenes. And also make sure to check out the creator of Demigods and Demigods itself at demigodspbta.com. And Jason Mills can be found at It's Probably Okay.
I don't know her.
Now, what's Demigods?
We just played 3 hours of it, and it made me cry. With that out of the way, everyone, thank you, and have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.